Hello and welcome to At Brookings. I'm Gigi Hinton. In a quest to take her seat on the United States Supreme Court, Judge Sotomayor faced a week of interrogation and testimony on Capitol Hill. Governance Studies visiting scholar Russell Wheeler has more on that. Then President Obama wants to tackle the issue of public housing and mixed income communities in an effort to foster more growth and opportunity in those areas. We'll hear from Housing and Urban Development Secretary Sean Donovan on that. It's all next at Brookings.
This is At Brookings, a review of news and events for the week of July 13th, 2009.
Judge Sotomayor faced several days of Senate confirmation hearings this week as she vies for a seat on the United States Supreme Court. Governance Studies visiting fellow Russell Wheeler weighed in on those hearings.
There's some complaints among at least the liberals in the law school academy that her description of the judicial process was so unrealistic, so mechanical, just a process of applying the law to the facts at hand, that if Obama wants, and some people are urging him to do, to appoint a liberal jurist, someone on the left comparable to Scalia or Thomas on the right, he's a bit boxed in because his first nominee described a very mechanical, middle-of-the-road sort of judicial process. The other thing that occurs to me is this. Starting with the announcement of the nomination, all through the hearings, her supporters kept on talking about her judicial experience, more judicial experience than anyone sitting on the court at the time they came on the court, which I think is true. But there's been an undercurrent that maybe this court should not be filled with sitting judges, that its perspectives ought to be a little broader. Does that mean if Obama would want to nominate Solicitor General Kagan, for example, or Secretary Napolitano, both of whom have been discussed, Governor Granholm of Michigan, none of whom are sitting judges, are they going to push back on that and say, well, you just set the standard, was a lot of judicial experience, these people have none, how can you nominate them? That could come back to bite them also, I think.
Concentrated poverty and stifling public housing communities continues to be a blight on the nation's urban areas. HUD Secretary Sean Donovan, along with Henry Cisneros, a former HUD Secretary, and Senior Fellow Bruce Katz, spoke at an event on government efforts to replace public housing with more promising mixed-income communities.
We've introduced our Choice Neighborhoods initiative to help public, private, and nonprofit partners extend neighborhood revitalization and transformation efforts beyond public housing, as they are already doing on their own, in spite of the fact that the federal government is no help and is often a barrier. Choice Neighborhoods will make the federal government a part of the team, just as Hope 6 did.
We know that the physical changes in cities matter. When the big high-rises are taken out and they're replaced by lower density homes with kind of private entrances and defensible space concepts so that people have some sense that they actually own the real estate and are treated with dignity, that it matters. That places that were once kind of off limits to any kind of private investment, they were sinkholes for anything positive in the city, are replaced with communities that are frequently indistinguishable from the attractive private investment that's now occurring in the surrounding neighborhoods.
In little more than 15 years, this program tore down, more importantly, redeveloped hundreds of the most distressed public housing projects in the country, projects at the time that were essentially warehouses for the very poor, and in the process increased opportunity in dozens of distressed urban neighborhoods.
At Brookings is produced by the Brookings Institution. To learn more about the issues discussed on At Brookings, visit our website at brookings.edu.